here, guys, it looks like some kind of sorted line running across the top of here. I don't know what this gaff is. You have to let us know. As you can see, we are what appears to be in the middle of nowhere, but we're actually on the site where I believe the remnants of the slacks were in Little Hulton. The slacks being a massive pitch black spoil heap that you could see for miles around, which I believe were left there since Wharton Colliery. Now there is some kind of operation going on up here, and it looks a bit colliery-y, but I don't know whether that's anything to do with it, because I know there was a Hulton pit, I believe, when I looked into Pretoria. But anyway, we're heading down here because just round this corner, I believe, is a little cemetery that a lot of people won't know about. I'm sure it used to be. Oh yeah, we've got it here. Yeah, this cemetery belongs to a church. Well, a church that used to be here called Wharton Presbyterian Church. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. Wharton Presbyterian Church, founded 1662. Yeah, I'm sure I read something that was uncovered recently. But I remember coming here as a kid, real young. We used to knock about on the slacks. There was a little sewerage, little brook that ran through. You could get into the sewers as well. We used to knock about all over it, all over Little Hulton. But I just wanted to show you this little cemetery because there's not a lot of people that actually know about it. Now, I believe the original church that it belonged to got demoed due to mining subsidence, I believe, from the colliery and that. But I figured we'd come down and have a little mooch for those who don't get to see it or can't get out to it anymore. It's strange because I had all the noise of industry around me a minute ago from whatever that operation is up the road, but as soon as you walk into a cemetery, it's gone. Literal silence. If you look there, Phil Hartley, 7th of the 4th, 1980. So yeah, if you've got any relatives buried here, guys, or you indeed know the history of this old place, and give us a shout, man. Really quaint little cemetery, and for anyone that don't know where it is, it's in Little Hulton on the main road. There's a pub called the Dunmare, and just down past that is a little shop, and it's down that road. I believe it's called Wharton Road or Wharton Lane or something. But we'll take you for a little tour through. I know these videos aren't everybody's cup of tea, but I like doing them just on the off chance that you've not been out here for a while, and you know, these things matter to people, don't they? Loving memory of David Frank Jarvis, beloved husband, father and grandfather. Died June the 24th, 1996. Aged 72 years old. Yeah, I think they're all I don't think there's any recent burials in here. There's a 2010 one there, Stanley Dixon. There you go. In loving memory of Eileen Thornley, 22nd of November 2019. Yeah, and obviously we can't read every grave, guys. There's a couple of really old looking ones here. We'll cut across here between them and have a little look. Yeah, you can see where the ground is sinking in there, but this one, Harry, dearly loved husband of Elsie Tuttle, died September the 24th, 1961. So that grave right there has been there since the 60s, and I believe her husband is wife and mother Kelly Hindley on that one, also 1961. So Mary Josephine's the one next to it. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes I'll read some graves and it'll be man and wife and they died within a couple of weeks of each other, you know, and it makes you wonder whether you can actually die of heartbreak, you know. This memorial bench commemorates the 350th anniversary celebrations of Wharton United Reformed Church in memory of loved ones who have played such an important part in our history. Yeah, I believe the church would have stood somewhere over here, but I can't be too sure. If you know and you can pinpoint a point in the video, guys, a time, then please let us know. Looks like we've got a war grave here. Frank Morris, I believe. Egypt, Gloucestershire. I've never seen that logo before, I don't think. Let's get you up close on that. There we go. 519 3340 Corporal Frank Morris, the Gloucestershire Regiment, 22nd of May 1945. Aged 22 years old. How sad. Yeah, it's funny, like standing in this graveyard, it makes me think of an accident that happened when I was in school at Hulton High. Mate of mine called Sean Finnegan. He were actually up on these slag heaps I was talking about. Him and a couple of mates, and I believe they were in a Jeep and the suspension had been hired or something like that. And it had turned over and he'd been crushed beneath it, basically. And I always remember that being one of my first tastes of death, really. You know, I mean, I had my gran and granddad and that died when I was young, but that was one that I can specifically remember properly, you know. I remember I came to school after the holidays, and my mate Derek Morland at the time, he said, "Have you heard about Finney?" And I'm like, "No, why?" He said he'd died. I didn't believe him, I just laughed. I said, "Fuck off, you know, pardon my French, sorry for swearing in the cemetery." But yeah, it turned out he had. Funny thing is, so I remember being stood on Smoker's Corner in school, and we were all talking about what we were going to be when we grow up. And I'll never forget this, it's stuck with me ever since. And I remember it's probably the last thing that he ever said to me. And I remember him saying, his exact words were, "I'm going to be a businessman." No specifics or anything, just, "I'm going to be a businessman." So yeah, that was Sean Finnegan. So if any of you guys remember Sean, or you went to the same school as us, Hulton High or Little Hulton Community School as it was known, give us a shout, man. Our head teacher at the time was a Mrs. Wardle, and she loved me. But yeah, when you come to places like this, well, obviously this one with the slacks that once were the backdrop to this, you know. I mean, I know they used to stand there. I can see it now. I can see it definitely. You know, it makes you think about life, doesn't it? You know, like I'm 37 now. He died when we were what, 15 maybe. I believe it was around 98, 99 possibly. Yeah, these are your these ones here are your proper old ones, I think. 1889 on that one, guys. So yeah, I believe it opened in 1850, or was founded in 1850, so it's been around for quite some time. If you look there, you've actually got the back of her grave, which has long since been forgotten, that used to stand up there in that gap. But yeah, it's only tiny, but still, if you're in the area and you never knew about it, then perhaps you can come and pay it a visit. As miserable as that may sound, I mean, yeah, what have you been up to this weekend? While I've been out clubbing, what have you been up to? I've been knocking about in the cemetery. You know what I mean? But I don't know, something about these places, just can't help myself. I suppose it's because I'll be in one day. I know these videos are filled with action and suspense, but they're not meant to. And I know a lot of people out there do appreciate these films, so that's why we do it, man. You can see these ones here that have fell down. I mean, how old are these? 1891. I'd love to know where the church once stood. I'm glad we're seeing that foundation stone though. I believe that recently got unearthed by construction workers or something like that. What's this one here? Can't see it. 19. That's not 1905. I can't make that one out. Very old, but yeah. You can almost see under that one there. But yeah, pretty much, guys, that is all there is to see at this little cemetery. But for anyone who knows it, or knows anyone better here, then oh, way up. Oh no way, look at that, guys. At the back of the grave, ready for this, look, the back of the grave of Frank Morris, the corporal that I read about, yeah. There's actually a headstone that has fell But if you look on there, we actually get to see what he looks like. 22-year-old man. Frank Morris. So yeah, I noticed a little inscription over there, and I think that we will end the video on that. Let's have a look. There you go. When you live in the hearts of those you love, you never die. Remember them.